leadership today isn't just about strategy. It's about how you think, how you decide, and regulate under pressure. Hi, I'm Janice Elsley, international author, leadership and change expert, human design coach, and founder of Harissa Business Partners. On this channel, we explore modern leadership in a world shaped by AI, constant change, and rising expectations without losing the human behind the role. You'll learn practical neuroscience-backed tools to lead with clarity, confidence, and alignment so you can build impact without burnout. Welcome, you're in the right place. Let's be honest. Most of us were raised to believe that performance is everything. Work harder, do better, deliver more. That's what keeps you safe, right? At school, you were graded by what you knew. At work, you're measured by what you produce. And in life, it can feel like your worth depends on how well you perform. But here's the truth. Performance might get you success. Trust is what keeps you there. Let's start with why performance alone will never be enough. I've seen it over and over again. Brilliant people, full of potential, but no one can rely on them. They show up late, they overpromise, they disappear when things get hard. And suddenly, nobody cares how talented they are because trust isn't a bonus trait. It's the foundation everything else stands on. Performance is like paint on a wall. It looks good for a while, but if the structure beneath it is cracked, the paint won't hold. Now, trust is that structure. Now, let's make this real with something you'll definitely experience. Imagine that you've got two co-workers. One's brilliant, but unpredictable. The other may be quieter, but steady. They follow through every single time. Now, you've got a big project. Who do you trust? Exactly, because deep down we all value dependability over dazzling. Trust doesn't need applause to prove its worth. It proves itself through consistency. Now, let's talk about why our culture gets this completely backwards. Performance culture trains us to chase results at any cost, but you can't build a life only on output. Eventually, people stop hearing your words and they start watching your patterns. Anyone can impress once. Consistency, that's a whole different skill. And that's why trust outperforms talent, because trust compounds over and over again over time. Now, let me show you what this looks like inside a real team. I worked with a sales team that looked unstoppable. Top charts, high revenue, awards everywhere. But the culture, toxic people competed instead of collaborated. They hit goals but hid mistakes. Their manager said, "Our performance is strong, but the culture feels broken." Now, they were producing despite the environment, not because of it. Fear might drive results for a little while, but fear burns fast. Trust burns long. How do you actually build trust? Let's break this down. Here are the 3 pillars that I teach. Clarity, people know where they stand with you. Care, people feel seen, not used. And consistency, you show up the same way even on hard days. When these 3 things align, people stop questioning your intentions and they start leaning into your leadership. Now let's bring this into everyday situations that you might face. A teammate messes up. Performance-only leadership says, "You failed, fix it." Trust-based leadership says, "I see where it went wrong. Let's solve it together." That one conversation sends a deeper message. You care about results and people. And loyalty always outperforms fear. Now, let's turn the mirror back to you. Think about the best leader that you've ever had. What made you trust them? Chances are it wasn't perfection. It was predictability. You knew who they were, you knew how they'd respond, you knew they didn't disappear under pressure. Trust is built on character, not capability. Now here's the gut check moment. Would people describe you as a talented leader or trustworthy? Those aren't the same. Talent creates opportunity, trust creates influence. Now you can learn the skills, but rebuilding trust takes years. Now let's look at how trust transforms entire environments. Trust doesn't stay with one person, it spreads. When you model trust, people mirror it. If you own your mistakes, others own theirs, and if you show grace, others extend it too. Now that's how trust becomes culture. And culture is just behavior repeated by choice, not fear. Now let me leave you with one line I'll never forget. A CEO once told me, I don't need a perfect team, I need a truthful one. Now truth builds trust, trust builds alignment, and alignment builds performance. Now we've been chasing that order backwards for years. Start with truth and everything else will follow. Now let's wrap this up and set your next step. If this message resonated with you, comment trust below. And if you haven't yet hit the subscribe button and join the family, please do. See you soon. If this episode resonated, subscribe below and share with a leader who needs it. Leadership isn't about doing more. It's about leading better, starting with yourself. I'm Janice Elsley. I'll see you in the next episode.